Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Jordan here, bringing you another video. Today's video, we've got episode 10 of our New York Rangers franchise mode here in NHL 26. So here we are at the start of year number 4. Just give you guys a little refresher on our lines. I will move my face cam out of the way this time so you guys can actually see. We have J-Rob, McKenna, Seneca, Will Cooley, Aginla, Perlow, Hoglander, Zibanejad, and Liam Pugh. Remember, we just drafted this guy 8th overall last episode. And then we have Gonclaves, Bresson, and Parsinian. Although we are going to do a couple of roster moves really quickly and get that fourth line switched up. So now that fourth line looking a little bit better with Adam Sikora. Remember, he still has a chance to grow. He's still young. Would like to give him a shot. We've got rookie Cole Baudouin and then Brandon Bresson. Defensively, we have Gavrikov, Fox, Boyum, Moy, and DuPont and Clevin. But we just need to go ahead and switch these D pairs up a little bit. Perfect. There we go. And in goal, we have Shesterkin and Hrabal, who we are just going to run this combo this year. Maybe at a certain point, if we can get Shesty to waive, we'll trade him, but I don't think he'll waive for us. So LaSalle, he's only 20. He can do one more year in the AHL. Won't hurt him any. And then we're just going to try our best here. If we only have just this one minus, it's not the end of the world. I like the lines looking something like this. So we'll get Bo Dinin, or Bomb Dinin, however you say this guy's name. Get him on the first line. Remember, we drafted him 10th overall in last episode. So get him some first line time. Offensively, he's NHL ready, I would say, but the rest of his stats are just not quite there. So yeah, this is what we're rocking here to start year number 4. And then before we start the season sim, I'm just going to offer J-Rob one last contract extension offer. This is weird. You can see he wants a 7-year deal, but at a 6-year deal, the contract actually goes up. And I could just offer him this even 36% no trade protection. And hopefully he accepts this at 12.1 again. This is the best contract in terms of like where the bar goes for him that he's gonna want. So we're going to hopefully get that signed up. We're going to hold off on Adam Fox. I think with Fox, it sucks that he's just not needed as an offensive defenseman with Boyum and DuPont. With those guys are going to start coming into their own, right? We don't really need Adam Fox. We're just going to go ahead, get this first month of simulation underway. We're going to have some things pop up. So yeah, we've got a couple of things to deal with here. Mike Sullivan, let's see what his thoughts are on this roster. And he thinks that this team is good enough to make the Cup final, which is not at all what I was expecting. I'll let him deal with preseason. I would expect, it wouldn't surprise me then, seeing that if our team actually does make the playoffs. This guy should be on both those things already. And this is what I was talking about with contract promises. We made these promises to J-Rob on a contract that he did not accept. He hasn't accepted it, but I'm still honored to fulfill those promises. It doesn't make any sense. Yep, there you go. I'm not interested in extending my deal, but I have to honor promises I made to him to sweeten a contract that he did not take. Hopefully that gets fixed coming into NHL 27. And yeah, I don't really have a lot of expectations on our team. I personally did not think that we would have been rated as a team to make the Stanley Cup final. I thought we would have been like a hopeful playoff team. And just because that's what coach says, just because that's where our team is rated, it's not really going to change how I'm going to go about things, because what the team is rated for and what the team actually does won't always be the same thing. And my thing with this team is that I think we're still young. I'm building around young core, young players. So I'm going to hold true to that. As we go through our first month here, 4-2-0, take a quick look at the stats. You can see Tej Aginla actually leading the team in points. We have the third best penalty kill. Our power play is a little bit abysmal. We have the best defensive team in the league here with goals against per game at 1.5. We're about middle of the pack offensively. I'm not going to go ahead and change up anything just yet. It is only 1 month. We probably will get up to the trade deadline in this video. So we're just going to sim 1 more month here and see how an extended period of time shapes this team. As we're flying hot out of the gate here, 3 wins in a row to start November. Again, I don't have a whole lot of expectations placed on this team. Again, with Shesty and Hrabal in net, that's 2 really good goalies. You would expect the team to be a little bit better, but we're very weak when it comes to our forward core, at least in my opinion. Do we have a good foundation set? Absolutely. Is that foundation set in stone where this is a team ready to contend? In my opinion, it is not, as we have Clevin go down with injury here. So yeah, I went ahead. I had to make some roster moves, and I had to make some line changes in the AHL, and then this auto sim just kept going there. So we end off November 11-6-2. We had that 4-1 win versus the Oilers, and then we lose in OT to the Blackhawks. You can see right there we sit second in our division, but we're down by about 5 points on the Hurricanes. So we're definitely in a playoff spot here for sure. Definitely in the running. We'll do a little bit of a deeper look at the stats here. So you can see our power play is abysmal. 28th in the league. We still have a really good defensive team. We're 4th in goals against per game. Our offense got a little bit better, and our PK definitely dropped off a cliff. But that was to be expected in my opinion. You can see Tej Aginla still leads our team in points. We're going to go look through the stats. You can see 17 points from Tej. I do like that he's doing good. He had a terrible rookie year. But 11 points from Gavin. Only 15 from J-Rob. I mean, this isn't what I wanted to see. We just gave Gavin McKenna an insane contract extension. This is not the year you need to have. The power play is abysmal. I'm not going to look too much further into these offensive stats. We're going right to that power play. Get that edited up really quick. And then we'll move on here and get through December. So here's what the power play looks like now. We have Tej Aginla with Pugh, Robertson, Fox, and McKenna. With the second power play having Baudouin, Seneca, Perlot, Boyum, and DuPont. Hopefully that does help things. It's just offensively, those guys aren't going, and they're not going on the power play, so hopefully that helps. Again, hopefully that helps our power play get better. Defensively, I don't want to change anything. I'm hoping that only changing the power play doesn't completely screw up this team, because there's a lot of good things here for sure, and we're just going to try to get through this quickly. Again, we want to get up to that trade deadline, as we get a big win there versus the Devils 5-1. We're doing pretty good so far. 500 on the month. But honestly, I think our record is good enough. If we went around 500, we would definitely finish in a playoff spot, as they put Elias Pettersson, DPD, on waivers. I thought he would have a little bit better potential. I'm actually going to claim him. I think that just puts him in the minors. I'm not even going to stop the sim. I don't care too much to make sure he's in the game or in the lineup. But since we have to stop the sim anyways to get our boy Laba in the lineup, which I don't actually know where Laba was playing in the lineup. Oh, on the first line. There we go. So we'll get Laba back in. And then I may as well go ahead and get may as well go ahead and get DPD in the lineup. Or did he get claimed to the NHL? So he got claimed to the NHL, so I'm actually going to go ahead and put him in the lineup over McNabb and see what that does for us. Yeah, I thought usually when you claim players, they just went to the minors, but I guess that would make sense. Yeah, we're falling off a cliff here. What is that? 7 losses in a row there, or 6 losses in a row? Finally a win. We get back on track. Not the best month for us. Clevin finally back. So hopefully Clevin being in the lineup will get us back defensively how good we were before. Because just changing the power play shouldn't be enough to damage your defense, right? But yeah, we definitely took a hit that month. Only 16, 14, and 3 now. We are tied for third in the division. We currently wouldn't be in a wild card spot either. You can see 37 and 36 points for that wild card spot. Power play, though, did get better. It's up to 13%. Our goals against per game didn't go down or up, but like, I don't know if it went up or down, but we're third instead of fourth now. The penalty kill did get a little worse. Offensively for forward points now, Perlow is leading the team, so the second line is doing really well. It's the first line that is kind of struggling. And I'm not sure if the uptick on the power play would have really helped things. Like McKenna had 11 points. He only had 5 that month. Only 1 on the power play. I think it's time to go ahead and switch this top 6 around. I'm going to get McKenna back on the wing. So we're going to go McKenna, Zibanejad, Robertson, Cooley, Iginla, Perlow. Beckett, I'm sorry, you are going to just be playing center. I like Beckett as a top 6 forward? I do. But I mean, I think it might be foolish to break up this second line because it feels like they're doing really well. Like Tej is about to surpass how many points he had last season. You know, Gabe is leading this team in points. He as well is going to pass how many points he had last season. You know what? Screw it. We'll throw Cooley down. No, because then it gets rid of that plus. So Beckett's going to be the third line center. We're going to try to switch that up. Hopefully that +3 on that first line. We can't really afford for our top guys to not be producing. Like McKenna had 5 points in that month and 1 on the power play. So it's 5 on 5. For 1, the power play sucks. But for 2, 5 on 5, the top line's not cutting it. Hopefully that little change does help. I mean, again, just because they had us rated as a playoff team, that's not how I seen us. Our record honestly reflects the team that we have. This is the kind of record I expected us to have. I expect us to be a playoff hopeful. We're going to have to turn things around here. It's crazy because if we would have kept the record that we had before, and our record before was looking pretty good after October, I want to say after November, if we kept around that record, I would be willing to like add to this team. But the fact that we are looking like a team that isn't going to make the playoffs doesn't make me thrilled to add to it, you know? That kind of screams to me, all right, maybe we try to sell. It doesn't really scream to me, hey, if we're doing so good, you know, add to us, sell, or, you know, be a buyer. Don't sell, be a buyer. Help us make the playoffs. It's like, I don't know about that. We did have a player come back from injury here. We're actually not playing Joe Iginla. I'm going to get him in the lineup as well. I would like to see him grow. So maybe we'll take out Rempe for Iginla. There we go. Get that minus off that first line. We're also going to have to stop the sim. Switch back to the NHL. Well, we're not doing too bad. Now up to 22, 19, and 5. It could be better, guys. It could be better. Laba didn't go down with a real injury, just day to day. And we end the month off strong with 2 wins. We are back to third in the Metro. We have a 2-point gap on the Devils. We're 4 points back of the Islanders. Again, this just kind of screams to me, no. Like, if they make the playoffs, great. If they don't, they don't. We're going to do a much deeper look into the stats now. The power play percentage is going up, so that power play is starting to tick. Offensively, we're just not a good team. And defensively, we're great. Like 2.4 goals per game for a team that has as much youth as we have is very good. So yeah, I would say that these are probably the lines we want to run for the rest of the year. Again, Tasia Ginla's having a really good sophomore season. and he fits our second line perfect. Like, this is our second line center of the future and of right now. He's up to 83. And remember, he was 84 last season and went down to 82. That's how bad a season he had. Now he's having a great season, already back up to 83. Hopefully he continues to rise. Liam Pugh is not having the best rookie season. I do feel bad that Pugh is in the NHL, but I just found, in my opinion, a year in the CHL did nothing for him. Perlow as well is doing really good, 35 points in 48 games. But we're going to get out of the edit line screen. We're going to go into Stats Central. We're going to slow down a little bit, get a good look at our team, and see what's going on. So Adam Fox, he has 43 assists, 3 goals in 48 games. I'm probably going to trade him. I don't think we're going to bring him back because I think he's the odd man out on that back end. J-Rob up to 35 points with Perlow. McKenna's now up to 26. I mean, he's just having a terrible sophomore season. This is the thing. J-Rob and Fox are not signed to new deals. They have to be traded or they lose all value for us, right? We can't afford to let these guys walk. Like, we gave up a decent amount to get J-Rob, and we can't afford to lose him for nothing. So Adam Fox does want a contract extension. He's just priced himself out of our team when you look at who we have right behind him. So I'm going to pass, and we're most likely going to trade Fox next episode. I would love to hold on to J-Rob. He likes this. I just don't like the full no move. I'm fine with paying you 12 mil. I'm just not giving you a full no move. Hopefully he takes it. If not, he's also going to be traded. We'll take a look at what Beckett Seneca wants. He wants another bridge deal, which is honestly fine for me. We can probably just wait to sign him. We'll take a look at all expiring. Tej needs a new deal. And yeah, maybe we messed up not signing this guy. He only wanted $5 million. Now he wants $9 million. He's an RFA though, so we can trade him in the offseason. We don't have to trade him right away. Baudouin wants 1.2 on a bridge deal at 22. I will give him that right now if he wants it. Everybody else can kind of wait. And if we look at goalies, Harabel needs a new deal. He wants a decent deal, but it walks him to unrestricted free agency. But that could be fine because most likely he isn't playing a lot of games in the NHL because of Shesterkin. And we honestly don't need him because we have William Lassell. And if we look at Lassell, he's 30 games played, 17 wins with a 913 and a 274. He's in the NHL next year for sure. He's already listed as a backup goalie this year. So Harabel, we probably can use as trade bait at the draft. We offered out that contract to Robertson. I'm just going to advance a couple days, see if he accepts it. Baudouin does accept, which I figured he would. And there's no need to play hardball with a guy that just wants that. If you improve your contract offer, I may change my mind about it. See, I'm not willing to give him much more money than he's asking for. He's not proving to be a point per game player for us. He's arguably not worth that 12.5. So next episode, we're going to be trading Adam Fox. We're going to be trading Robertson. Unless these guys go undefeated to end off February and we look like we're poised to make a cup run, I would rather just trade those guys again. We aren't in our cup competing window, in my opinion. Even if we make the playoffs, hell yeah, give me that good playoff experience for those guys. Absolutely. But we're not a cup winning team just yet. As we've got to go ahead and get Robertson back in. Albert Smits is up to 69 overall. I would love if, even if he doesn't become NHL ready, if we can just keep him in Hartford for the rest of this, I'd be fine with that. We have Wilson Beaudenin. Yeah, see, like, this guy's going to be ready to come up next year as well. He's having a really good year. And if Liam Pugh could have played in the AHL, I would have done that instead. But at least Pugh is getting growth. You can see they're 81 overall now. So he's not having the best year. He is on the power play, although the power play is just abysmal, not really performing. And McKenna's grown to an 89. So despite the fact that this will be in his 3-year career, probably the worst season he'll have, or he will have had so far. I mean, he's growing, I guess. Hopefully Tej grows. I don't love that we had to kind of ditch Beckett in the top 6 right now, but I needed to try to get McKenna going. And DuPont's been injured. We'll just do head coach replace the player. We do not want to trade for Zegras. And yeah, we're 27-20. Like, this team is doing okay. Again, we had one, 2 really good months, and then I guess 1 really bad month, and the rest kind of just meh, around that 500. And it looks like we can make the playoffs, right? We're second in the division now. We have a 3-point lead on the Penguins. I mean, anything can happen, right? We end the month off on a loss, and that puts us actually back in 3rd place. And if you see there, we have a 2-point lead on the Flyers, a 4-point lead on the Islanders. The Leafs, Lightning, Canadians, Panthers, I would say, are the teams kind of in it there in the Atlantic that could compete for that wild card spot as well. Hopefully, I mean, McKenna's points kept going up. I mean, we still are one of the best defensive teams in the league. The power play percentage is still going up, so that is good. The PK started to go back up a little bit. We're just not scoring that many goals per game. And now we're going to take another little deep dive into the stats here, because this is probably us wrapping up the video here. And you can see Perlow, 44 points on the second line, 40 for Tej, 40 for J-Rob. Yeah, we're just going to trade him. We're going to move on. He's not that point per game player for us. Gavin McKenna up to 30 points. William 30. Cooley 29. And DuPont, who just went down with injury, 28. He is not doing as good. But again, the power play being down definitely doesn't help offensively by any means. Baudouin not doing too bad on the 4th line. Moy, this might be like his best offensive year as a 2-way. I guess not really. He might hit that 18 points, but even he was getting better offense before. Hoglander, not looking too bad. Yeah, I mean, I think we know what we need to do. We got to trade Adam Fox while the value's there. We have to trade J-Rob while the value's there. And Shesterkin is 22, 17, and 3. 8 shutouts on the year, a 936 with a 202. And Shesterkin might be like this generation's Carey Price, where he just ends up getting his career wasted, all but wasted, by a team that could never really put the puck in the net. That's how it feels like. Because this has to be, like, I'm going to look at the whole league. This has to be a guy that is leading the Vezina race. It just has to be. If we go minimum 30 games, yeah, 936. I mean, Wolf is right there, but the 202, even that 202 is leaps ahead of Wolf and Anderson. And yeah, he has more shutouts. Has Wolf played a few more games? Does Wolf have a few more wins? Sure. But I would say that Shesterkin is the only reason we're in the spot we're in. We're going to do some things to wrap up this video that aren't sim. We will not sim another day. And we're going to start by asking guys to waive their contracts. And we're going to take some looks around the league and see what we can do for trades. I might trade these guys right now in this video, but I'll probably wait. I will most likely wait. But yeah, like, we have a nice slew of young players. I'd like to add to that. I'm thinking we trade for guys that are either in the NHL right now or almost NHL ready. I don't know if we need to trade for as many prospects. We're going to see clause option. Will you give us one team? Yes, he will give us one team. Thankfully, we can move on from Mika Zibanejad. We do not have to trade him now. We can trade him at the draft as well. And yeah, we can trade him to the Blackhawks. Hopefully they'll take him. We're going to ask Gavrikov as well. Again, for Gavrikov, give us 2 teams. No. So Gavrikov most likely is a buyout option for us. Again, it's just the money. Like, I'm going to need this $7 million before that deal ends. Is that all we have for no moves? I think the only other one is Shesterkin, and I hate even having to ask because I like him and he's doing really good for us. But I wanted to see. Again, this is less for him than it is, like, or for me than it is for him. I can keep Shesterkin around. I don't care. But, like, we're not doing good, right? He might want to move on. And we have, like, a nice slew of young prospects here. Harabel, who's probably not really a prospect anymore, but Berthomeu, LaSalle, Tumanen. Like, we don't really need Shesterkin, but I don't mind to have him around. I need to see where we can trade Fox to. There's only one team on his no trade. I bet you I can't figure it out just by looking. The New York... Oh, no, where are the New York Rangers? Wait. There's only 32 teams in the league. Am I tripping? There's only 32 teams in the league. So we can actually trade Adam Fox everywhere. We can actually trade him everywhere. We just did the thing where you scroll through. And so this sets us up really well to receive the best haul possible. I don't know how much I'm going to look into that then right now. Maybe we'll look at J-Rob. Does he have the same one? No, he's got 8 teams he can't trade to. The Ducks are 1 and they want him, and they might have a nice young piece for us. We did trade JT Miller there. How's he been doing? I would say he's been doing all right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Roger McQueen might not be the worst option to get back. He's not the best offensive gifted player, but that could work. I just look at some of these guys, and they're paying some of these guys so much money that doesn't really help us. Like, I don't want to trade for those guys because of how much money they're making. And they have no goalie prospects either. And they're first. They don't want to give it up. They're not really a good team right now. The Sabres do want J-Rob as well. Let's take a look at what they have. I mean, they've got this kid, Luca Blonda. He is a two-way defender. It doesn't look to be the most offensively gifted. He might be a good addition. For sure, you've got Corrales as well. I mean, he's a little bit better offensively, but not even by much. Like, this could be a good haul if we could get Blonda and Corrales back for J-Rob. I think the value is a little too high, though. We might only get one of them. Now, I'm taking a look at the Blackhawks because they also do want Robertson. But even looking at them, I mean, it's not really great. All their guys are like NHL ready, so they don't want to trade them. And the offensive awareness is a little high on Brock Cripps, and the defense is not as great. I don't think I want to trade for him. Korchinski has decent defensive awareness. It shows that he most likely fits all our D pairings. He could be a good Adam Fox replacement just because DuPont and Moy go up. This guy would then play with Boyum on that second D pair. He could be a good fit. Again, they don't want to give him up, which is obviously an issue. But even trading Adam Fox here and doing like a big trade, like absolutely blockbuster, could be an idea. Because they have a lot of defense here. Like, there's no way they, like, I think even trading for Korchinski makes sense in the terms of look at their D-core. It's one of the best D-cores in the entire National Hockey League. And it's only going to get better. Zibanejad and Levjanov are both going to grow. Korchinski could grow. Rinzel, you have Cripps, you have Liljegren. Like, this team is stacked. So we might do a blockbuster trade here. We could trade Adam Fox here even and get back like another guy as well. What is Zibanejad? So he's an OFD, so maybe we won't do that. I was going to say we'll trade for Levjanov and give them Fox, but I don't want, again, I'm not going to do that because then it's two offensive defensemen. You're just creating the same situation that Adam Fox is already in, right? So we'll trade Fox somewhere else, but I think we trade J-Rob for Korchinski. If we can swing it, throwing Zibanejad on the deal now would be smart for us. And then when we take a look at forwards, we would want an NHL forward back. I mean, again, this is the thing is where they're just stacked. And Nazar, Saric, Bedard, Moore, Laris, Kansterov. I mean, and that's only the guys that are young. Frondell, I mean, you have Donato there as well. I mean, maybe we trade for Nick Lardis. Lardis would be a nice goal-scoring winger to maybe have in the organization. And Lardis could take J-Rob's spot now. And then if we can get like a 4th-round pick and a 5th, I'm going to see if this will go through. I don't think so. I'm not going to look to gift horse in the mouth, as it were. So I definitely just messed that up. Then I probably could have got more. Honestly, I see it as fair value, though. We just dumped our cap, right? Our biggest cap dump got accomplished. We got back a young top 6 defenseman who can replace Adam Fox for us in the lineup, and we got a young scoring winger. I don't really see that as like we got robbed, you know? I don't really see it like that. Did we lose half of our first line? Yes. I still think we're in a much better spot for having done that trade than if we didn't do it. And now we just go full youth movement here. We just go way, like, again, full youth movement. Conclaves can play center for us. That's fine. I'm not going to call Beaudenin up yet. And then Lardis. Lardis also gives that +5. But I think I'm going to give Seneca and Pugh the chance. I didn't realize this would be a +5. So, like, if these guys all grow appropriately, this is your first line of the future, assuming we keep Sullivan. In worst case, we make sure we get a coach that is very similar to him. And then on the power play, so we're definitely going to have to just best the lines here, which is going to piss me off. Can we get McKenna in there? So you can put McKenna in there twice, so we don't actually have to best the lines. And then we'll throw Tej in there. All right, perfect. And we didn't put Korchinski in the lineup yet because we didn't trade away Adam Fox. I'm going to call that the video here. I think that was a good trade. Again, we knew we were moving on from J-Rob. This also gives you guys another opportunity to get your voice in. Share your thoughts on where we should trade Adam Fox and what do you think we should look for. We obviously don't need defenders, but what should we do when we trade Fox? Should we go for draft picks, try to draft somebody? We can take a quick look at the draft class, and you can see it's known, but there's not really that great defenseman. I mean, it's looking a little weak defensively, but you never know. This definitely signifies that we most likely lose games, right? So we most likely don't make the playoffs with the moves we've made. So should we try to stack a couple draft picks, then we even have picks we can package to move up? Or are we just looking for prospects? Or do you think we should try to add young NHL-ready players now? Let me know your thoughts down below. I do appreciate you guys so much for watching YouTube. Again, as always, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. I'm trying my best to upload shorts every single day. And then every Friday, you guys will be seeing the New York Rangers franchise mode. And there's a slight chance, very, very small, like a 2% chance that I'm going to do some sort of Minecraft series for YouTube. I kind of want to. I don't know. I've been loving the Minecraft lately. But you guys let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, like, subscribe, and YouTube. As always, we will see you in the next one.